The old hotel loomed against the stormy sky, a skeletal silhouette in the pouring rain. I was exhausted, desperate for a bed after a 12-hour drive. The lobby was empty, coated in a fine layer of dust that danced in the single flickering lamp on the reception desk. An elderly man with clouded eyes looked up from his newspaper. "Just one night," I said, my voice hoarse. He slid a tarnished brass key across the counter. "Room 611. "Are you sure?" he asked, his voice a dry whisper. "No one ever stays the full night in that room." I shrugged it off as an old man's superstition and grabbed the key. The elevator groaned its way up, each floor chiming like a funeral bell. The sixth-floor hallway was long and dim, the floral wallpaper peeling in damp patches. As I approached room 611, I could hear a faint, rhythmic thumping from down the hall, but when I turned, there was nothing but shadows. I unlocked the door and stepped inside. The air was unnaturally cold, carrying a faint, sweet smell like decaying flowers. The room was standard, if a bit dated. A heavy wooden bed, a threadbare armchair, and a large, ornate mirror on the wall. I flicked the light switch. The bulb sputtered, casting the room in a sickly yellow glow before stabilizing. I unpacked my bag, trying to ignore the gnawing sense of unease. Something was wrong with the mirror. My reflection seemed delayed, its movements lagging a fraction of a second behind my own. I turned away, telling myself it was just exhaustion playing tricks on my mind. I changed and climbed into bed, the sheets feeling stiff and cold against my skin. The thumping sound returned, closer this time, seeming to come from the room next door. But then it shifted, sounding like it was just outside my own door. I held my breath, listening. Silence. I must have drifted off, because I woke with a jolt. The digital clock on the bedside table read 6:10 a.m. The room was pitch black. A soft, rhythmic sound started. Knock, knock, knock. It wasn't coming from the door. It was coming from inside the walls, right behind the headboard. My heart hammered against my ribs. The knocking stopped, and then I heard it. Soft, wet footsteps circling my bed. A whisper like dry leaves skittering across pavement breathed my name. It sounded like it was right next to my ear. I squeezed my eyes shut, paralyzed with fear. The footsteps stopped at the foot of the bed. I felt a weight press down on the mattress, a suffocating presence that seemed to suck all the warmth from the room. The whispering started again, a chorus of voices now, all repeating my name, closer and closer. Then a loud click echoed through the silence, the sound of the door unlocking itself. I didn't dare open my eyes. I just lay there, listening, as the presence in the room waited. The next morning, the sun streamed through the window of room 611, illuminating the dust motes dancing in the air. The bed was neatly made. The suitcase was gone. Down at the front desk, the old man polished the tarnished brass key for room 611. A new family, tired from their travels, approached the counter,